Hope you guys can see that beautiful rainbow back out on the golf course pond. Trying out the River CS Waver. That's a little, I believe that's the one, what size is that? That's the 128, guys. That's the little one. All right, stay tuned. Check out that beautiful rainbow while I play with these bass. I know that S-Waver is not the only thing I brought out here. If I fish a spot and nothing's biting, you saw it in the last video, I broke it out again. Let's see what happens. Love it when I check the phone and I get a bite. Oh my God, that's hilarious. That says a lot. It says a lot about how you should do nothing with the drop shot sometimes. Checking the phone, throwing a whopper plopper, throwing an S-Waver, and the only thing I'm getting bit on right now, guys, is this drop shot in the morning. I've been fishing all that power stuff for a while. This is a nice fish. This is a pretty nice fish on the drop shot. Check this out. That's a little bit chunkier fish than the majority in the pond lately. Check that out. Checking my phone and having a fish bite. I'm gonna go real slow, guys. Finesse in Florida. The 3 F's. Finesse Fishing Florida. How about that? Gotta do it sometimes anywhere and everywhere you go. I've been giving this area a lot of attention. You know, I've been pond hopping all over this neighborhood. This just seems to be the most productive area, not to mention it's pretty damn close. So hang tight, guys. You know, like I said, I had the S-Waver out. I've been throwing a whopper plopper. It's a gorgeous morning. It's got that rainbow in the background. Let's just keep mixing it up. If it has to be a drop shot, it's got to be a drop shot. Awesome. Gosh, guys, I really hope you're watching how little movement I'm putting on this robo worm. It seems like a lot of the bites were over there on the edges, and I wouldn't get any bites out here in the deeper water. It would be more of a reaction bite. It would hit the water and they'd hit it within seconds. Anytime I drag it back and work it, I wasn't getting any bites, but I slowed it down, got to the point where I was on the phone just sitting there out in the deep water, dink, boom, and he loaded up. So I've been doing that ever since, and there's number 2. So I've gotten like 2 or 3 bites way out in the deeper water where it drops off, just barely, just dead sticking it basically. So very little movement on those drop shots sometimes. Ultra cool color. That's a bait ball color, they call it. It's like a deep purple with like a legit see-through translucent top to it with some fleck in it. So got that little bit darker color on one side, translucence on the other. The water's kind of tannic. It's clear but dark all at the same time. It's an interesting deal. Gonna go straight in the tip, just barely, barely past the barb. Dead out the flat side center of the robo worm, right over the barb, but not over the eye of the hook. Keep that hook exposed. That line's gonna move that hook beautifully and let that robo worm get all the action, and then a perfectly Texas rigged robo worm. Everything goes in super straight. The worm lies perfectly straight. And there it is with the 1/8 ounce teardrop tungsten. That's all that is, guys, on 6-pound test fluorocarbon leader. I know I'm crazy. No haters, man. I'm telling you, if I'm catching fish, I'm catching fish, right? Nice. Decent fish. Over by the fountain, made a little move. All right, cool. Again, barely moved it. Barely moved it at all. Nice. Awesome. Better, decent sized fish this morning, guys, on the drop shot. And gotta be honest with you, again, every move I make, I throw a whopper plopper, I throw a river to sea S-Waver. It's kind of a river to sea power fishing morning, but to no avail. Drop shot. Let me show you guys. Just to prove my case, I'm working it, guys. I got the Florida baits. I've got what I need to get the giants. But every time I hit a location, I fan cast with both of them. If I'm not getting anything, I just break out the drop shot and at least catch something. So it's a no-brainer, guys. I'm catching fish. They're decent size, so I'm going to keep at it and see if we get another one of those giants to grab this drop shot. All right, guys. So really important, when you're dead sticking and you're just leaving your bait perfectly still, I'm adding a little craw anise. This is the Smelly Jelly liquid. No pitch there, no sponsorship or anything. It's just good stuff, guys. So if it's just sitting there and it's just kind of doing its thing and there's a little scent coming off it and a fish is nosing up, it's going to suck it in. It's just going to be that much more of an enticing reason for a fish to bite. So add a little scent to your baits, even if you're in Florida and you think those fish are going to eat anything anytime. It's not always like that. Okay, guys, and I'm also mixing up colors. It's darker water. I'm going to try the orange crusher color. It's kind of a brown shade. So let's see how the brown works in here. There we go. Man, what a light bite for what seems to be, that's not tiny, but gosh, what a light bite. That's unbelievable. I hope you guys were watching that. Seriously, that was just unreal how little I was doing and how light he tapped it, and you gotta just rear back. Once you feel the slightest little tick, you just gotta give it to him. Not a hook set, but a pull. Gotta pull those little white wired hooks into the fish, and there they are. Absolutely awesome. Went back to that bait ball color that orange crusher didn't produce, so went back to that cool dark purple clear combo. So there we go. There we go. Whoa, nice jump. Kind of a little guy, but you know, I was over here on this new spot. I changed up colors 3 times. I'm trying different things. I even went to the classic green pumpkin with this darker water, and I swear I fished for like, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes with it, nothing. This is my second cast with my Morning Dawn again. So there's the famous Morning Dawn, doing it up. This little brighter color obviously is what they want, because if I can go 10 minutes with a green pumpkin and nothing, and second cast, Morning Dawn, it says a lot. Another not so big one, but I made that move over here by the bridge. I'm pretty much at the end of my rope when it comes to how much time I'm going to spend this morning. So I'm going to see if I can throw it a couple more casts and see if we can get one more before we're done. There we go. Oh, just a little guy. Just a little guy. But it's a fish, right? It's a fish in Florida. Guys, this has been an incredible trip. It's been an incredible morning. The breakfast belly's growling. I've been out here about an hour and a half. I've covered maybe 100 yards of bank and just getting out and whacking some bass regardless of the size. That's all that matters, I'm telling you. There's always that chance that big one's gonna smack that whopper plopper, that S waver, but I gave it everything I got. But they're being a little finicky this morning, so you gotta have a backup, and that backup was a drop shot today. That drop shot's always a great thing to have on hand. The Ned rig, shaky heads, anything and everything you can do to get those bass when they're not willing to bite those bigger baits. So guys, as always, appreciate you joining me. As always, I appreciate you subscribing. Until we meet again, over and out.